Polygon's migration from the MATIC token to the POL token is coming soon. And after a year of volatile but net flat performance and a bottoming out at 38.5 cents about 2 weeks ago, Polygon has rebounded now to just over 50 cents. But is that enough to stage a comeback? Well, the plan right now is for the token migration to start on the 4th of September. In the migration, the MATIC token will convert 1-for-1 to POL, and this is going to be a multi-utility token, and it's going to have more utility and more value than MATIC currently has. One main difference is that MATIC staking happens on ETH, and this is something that's going to change. POL will become the gas token and the staking token for Polygon going forward. This is going to make staking easier and cheaper for holders since they will not have to bridge or pay ETH gas. Staking will take place on Polygon POS. And all of this started with PIP 1.7. Here it is. Even if you don't read it for yourself, the motivation listed here tells us a lot. It says that Polygon 2.0 will add ZK proof so it can increase available ETH block space across many layer 2 chains while still inheriting ETH security. Any new chain deciding it wants to be part of EVM or build out its own layer 2 can do so with Polygon's CDK, or Chain Development Kit, and they can do it faster, easier, and cheaper than ever before. It is also a great foundation to use if you want to build out your own modular chain, if that is something you want to do. You're using ETH security combined with Polygon's own security and ZK encryption. So Polygon is now a realistic infrastructure play if you are bullish on modular blockchains. Celestia was one of the first and the most successful, but it's not going to be the only modular chain that we have in this space. And Polygon is providing the tools that developer teams will need to build out these new chains. The new POL token and its new users are in line with Polygon's new focus area. That is the aggregation layer. Polygon's goal is to aggregate other blockchains and their liquidity together. This solves the problem of fragmentation. With fragmented liquidity, the issue is the isolated islands of layer 2s like Base or Arbitrum, where money goes to the L2 and stays there. Polygon's aggregated layer 2 is going to help to bring all these things together and vastly lower holding and borrowing costs. Plus, the Ag layer brings uniform security and developers can connect any L1 or L2 directly to it. This means that your Base transactions will stay on Base, but have access to Polygon liquidity. That is a clear win-win. The Polygon team is actually calling the Ag layer the TCP/IP of Web3, just like how TCP/IP brought a unified internet with connections from all over. Likewise, now you're going to be connecting to the Ag layer from Base or ETH or BNB chain to access the apps and protocols that you need. Bridging will also be safer and easier than ever, plus an Ag layer chain will be able to connect automatically to Polygon ZK EVM or Polygon POS. And of course, that's without having to bridge first. Having a unified user experience means that it's more like logging into the internet and having all websites accessible to you. But the crypto Web3 version of that, obviously. It's clearly an idea that will increase adoption and make Web3 better for all users. Altcoin Buzz is now available in Discord. You can be a part of us now by joining the chat where you can research and identify your next big move in crypto. You're also going to get free alpha content just for joining. Check out the link you can find in the description of this video below. Now, Polygon's main chain, the POS, has 1.5 million active wallets that have done over 318 million transactions. And the big deal protocol on POS now is Polymarket. People have been talking about the potential for crypto with prediction markets for years. Some of you may remember Augur, which started on ETH and moved to Polygon POS, but it looks like they were a little too early actually. Polymarket has found its market fit with wagers about specifically the US presidential election. And not just who's going to win. Other prop bets include, for example, will RFK Jr. officially and fully drop out of the race before November? Who will win the popular vote, which can be different, of course, than the winner based on the Electoral College vote. You can also bet on who will speak at major events for both Republicans and Democrats like we saw at the RNC and the DNC. So political prop bets are really making Polymarket. And then Polygon's speed, ease of use, and low fees are the engine making Polymarket go. Other big influential companies are using Polygon POS as well. Reddit is another, and Reddit has been using POS since 2022 for NFT collections and collectible user avatars for its hundreds of millions of users. there are currently 34 million active, all of which are on Polygon. So, given the new token migration, which is coming up, as well as better modular chain building tools, building out the aggregation layer, which is a big deal, and growing network usage and big profitable partnerships, the question we started off with today really was, is Polygon making a comeback? And the answer here very clearly, at least in my opinion, is no. It is not making a comeback. But that's only because Polygon doesn't need to make a comeback. It never went away in the first place. Instead, it's been building and growing all along this entire time. We just haven't noticed all the new things they've been doing. But fundamentally, they really are a top-tier crypto project, and they're looking stronger than ever.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.